and welcome to Black History Month 2025. Welcome to the Capital Markets Wrap, or Cap Wrap, or the Stock and Bond Markets Wrap. Per usual, I'm very grateful to be at this altar of this amazing and God-given church. Some housekeeping, however. First, I wish to thank my partner in Christ, Joanne Downs, who is here today on Zoom from her second home out in the West. She is one of the Chelsea Community Church founders and elders. She's also our special music scheduler. She permitted me to do this unusual special music selection here at Chelsea Community Church today. It was she who encouraged me to participate in Black History Month with this talk song. I also wish to thank Jeff Kubera, our longstanding administrator and music director. As Jeff said, this song will be presented in two parts. The entire song clocks in under 10 minutes, so I don't want people falling asleep in the pews, so the song is presented in two parts, approximately four plus minutes and 5 minutes. Generally speaking, there are two types of corporations. First are the private, closely held corporations, where stocks are held by a few and not listed on a stock exchange. And then there are the publicly held corporations, where stocks are held by many and are listed on a stock exchange. Finally, this work is based on the characters in my recent book entitled The Black Fantasy Markets. First, private, closely held corporations. Hey y'all, good day. We're gonna learn about stocks and bonds today. My name is Stocky, his name is Bondi, and as you can see, he's our daddy. Together, we all form the Capital Markets Family 3. Where's our mommy? We lost her in 2023. With our knowledge, before you go to college, we're going to fill your lives with plenty of glee. So now you always wondering about the market. We ain't talking about the supermarket, nor the vegetable market, nor the meat market, nor the fish market. We're talking about the stock market. First, we start with a corporation. Why? Because they rule the nation. In fact, they rule the world, Pearl. So you don't need to use your imagination. We ain't talking about sole proprietorships. We ain't talking about partnerships. We're talking about corporations. Let there be no mistaken. Why? Because they rule the world, Pearl. First, we start with an idea. With that, you must be crystal clear. What service or good do you wish to sell? Just make sure your idea is clear as a bell. Is it shoes or couscous? Hopefully it won't be liquor or booze. Make sure it's something that everyone can use. Is it jeans or jelly beans? Just make sure it ain't obscene. By all means, make sure your idea is full of action. That way you're sure to get financial backing. And with that, a lot of traction. Now, what do you wish to be, an owner or a lender? Just make sure your idea doesn't go on a financial bender, and be clear your idea is not highfalutin, because you don't want to be too off-putting. Okay, what is the good you wish to sell? Is it caps or apps or mouse traps? Or what is the service you wish to sell? Just make sure your idea is clear as a bell. So query, what is your foundation? Make sure it's not just a flirtation. Just keep using your imagination. Else you're sure to encounter deflation. So people won't want to buy in, so it won't be a sensation. So, what is your idea? Can it hang from a chandelier? Are you selling services or goods? Make sure it cannot fly in all neighborhoods. So why not go the sole proprietorship route? Because by issuing stocks, it'll give you more clout. That's what it's all about. But what about a partnership? No, because I want more than limited liability protection from which I might not emerge from the resurrection. I don't want my creditors to give me the boot and take all the loot by lodging against me a bankruptcy lawsuit. So I think incorporation is the best route. That's what it's all about. So now with incorporation, we need to raise money. Is that all right with you, honey? Now, do I wish to issue debt or equity? Now, don't go getting weary. Well, I don't want to bend your ear. I must define my terms here. Equity simply means ownership, regardless of your citizenship. I will do both debt and equity, because I will reach out to the family in the big city. Make sure you know the difference between the two, stocks and bonds, that is, as you might have to face a financial quiz, because you might be turning to your cousins Sue, Hugh, and Liz, and maybe even Matthew. And you don't want them to be through. This kind of debt is called a bond, but let's deal with that anon. Let's start with equity or stocks. Why? Because you want to think outside the box. Now, just who do you want to buy in? Your mother, your brother, or next of kin? So let us start with your moms. Or would you rather turn to young true your brother? Or would you prefer your sister? Or would you rather ask her mister? In any event, you need cash and plenty of it to pull off your idea. Again, make sure your idea is crystal clear that it's the only way you'll raise money, honey. Now tell your moms what's in it for her, and tell her it probably won't be a brand new fur. Tell your sister and her mister that you want to sell apps, and tell them it'll be selling mouse traps. Tell them if you lose money by selling apps, they'll only lose money to the extent of their shares, to which they both shout 3 cheers. So now you have a privately held corporation. Say it'll be the best in all creation. So now turn to your brother, young True, for some debt. Debt, as you know, is an IOU. If True loses money, he knows he just can't sue. Tell him you'll pay him interest and that you won't forget. Remember, an IOU is not a sure bet. Tell him you'll pay him 10% quarterly, and tell him that you know he's not a money tree. Tell him you won't wave a magic wand, and that you won't throw his money away in a nearby pond. So thank your moms, your sister, and her mister for all their contributions, because I know that you produce the right solutions with this new app sensation, because it's going to rule the nation. So with your moms, your sister, and his mister who are on board with their stocks, and thank your brother, young True, for his bonds, because he, too, thought outside the box. That's it for privately held corporations.